Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to subscribe. But man, we got a special interview today, man. My boy texted me Tuesday, and Xavier from New York, Brooklyn Fights, was like, "I need you to go buy a book, and I can guarantee you we gonna be a bestseller in the morning." Nigga, I wake up the next morning, motherfuckers a best New York, motherfuckers a bestseller. What's up, Xavier, man? How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. How you feeling? How's
Good,
everything, man?
good, man. I just want to say I've written 3 books. I've never been a bestseller, man.
Oh, word?
Congratulations. Yeah,
Wow.
congratulations, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Well deserved, man. You be grinding.
I try. I'm following your lead, brother.
Well, talk about the book.
So the book basically it's a collaboration of 25 men
Uh-huh.
from all different walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's, we're all professionals and, got different, positions in life, things of that nature. And originally it started with like maybe close to about 60 guys,
Uh-huh.
and then it dwindled down. And so now like I said, it's 25 guys coming together,
Uh-huh.
discussing personal stories of overcoming trials and tribulations and
Uh-huh.
achieving success and what success means for them.
Uh-huh.
And it's a phenomenal. I mean, it's an amazing book with these guys. I'm just very thankful, appreciative to be a part of this project. We've been doing so much networking throughout the year. So, myself and the main catalyst behind the book, Mr. P.K. Kersey,
Uh-huh.
actually the founder of That's What You, which is a nonprofit organization where we receive suits and things like that in the community from people, community members, and we donate them back to the men who's trying to achieve their own personal success, like going to jobs, school, things like that. I actually am the public relations manager for his organization. So me and PK came up with the idea. I was always telling him that he should write a book for himself, and then we kind of discussed about putting the book together with a lot of individuals that we network with in the community, and it just really came to light. I mean, these guys, the stories you read in the book, if people can go buy it, Suited for Success is the name of the book. Contact me direct if they want to purchase a signed hard copy. And then, you read these stories and you see a lot of things that people experience in life, and it impacts. The goal is like to impact not only us as men, black men.
Oh, it's 25 black men.
Yeah, it's 25 black men.
Beautiful.
And it's all geared to not only change how society views us, but also to help uplift the community around us, as well as the generation that's coming behind us. Because what you write a book is forever.
Yeah.
What you put something on paper is forever. So, our goal is to try to really educate and inspire and motivate and empower all at once.
Why 25 men?
Well, like I said, it started off with
60.
Yeah. Yeah. And after a while, like anything, as the puzzle gets put together, certain pieces don't make it.
Yeah.
So it just kind of broke down that way. And these guys, they were committed to the cause. They were committed to the project. A lot of people were presented with the idea, and guys was like, yeah, I want to be a part of it. It's like, yeah, some of the information, and then eventually it got to a point where it was like, okay, well, these are the people that still want to be a part of it. These are the guys that's here and committed in the conference calls with us and the publisher and everything, and submitted everything that needed to be submitted on time. So that's how we got to 25.
Now, what are some of the stories that hit home? I haven't read it yet. What are some of the it's 25 stories and it's 25 black men, which is I believe is incredible. What are some topics in the book that will resonate with our community?
I'll talk about mine first.
Okay.
I come from an adopted family. I was born from my biological mother. I was born addicted to heroin. and I was actually left in the hospital.
Uh-huh.
She gave birth to me and left me.
Wow.
And so
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and I had to, I was going through withdrawal symptoms and everything, and eventually I was adopted, and a lot of things in life, growing up in life, I always felt like I didn't belong. I always felt like I was the black sheep of the family. Like, why am I here? My other brothers and sisters, they were adopted also, but they still had connections to their biological family. Like, they were still able to, stay in contact with them and, see them every now and again. I never found or never met anybody from my biological side. And like I said, growing up, I always felt like I was the outcast.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of that was just me. It wasn't that like my parents didn't treat me differently. It was just something within me.
Uh-huh.
And I was homeless, came homeless a few times, hustling on the block, selling drugs, this, that, and the third, getting shot at, shooting at people, stabbing people stabbing me, get kicked out the Navy. Just did a lot, just did a lot of things in life until I finally got to a point. I was like, enough is enough. I got to do something with myself. I can't keep living this way. And eventually I got my life together and became a father, became a college graduate. And, here I am now.
Yeah, we got something in common. I'm about to say we got more. Me and your boy got more in common. Remember when Jay-Z was talking about Nas? Me and your boy more in common than AI. But boxing, we got more in common than boxing in Brooklyn, man. My mother had 4 kids, and 2 were adopted. My grandmother made my mom give up my 2 oldest daughters. And you want to hear something that's so amazing? You want to hear something amazing? I hope this hit home with a lot of people. I didn't meet. Check this story out. June 2016. I'm gonna tell you this incredible story. June 2016. I'm in New York with my family, and Lincoln and everyone else, Dre, and we're in New York. It's Friday. I'm at what's that famous donut shop that's 2 blocks from the Barclays Center?
I was gonna say Junior's Best Cheesecake.
Yes.
Donut shop.
It's real famous. But anyways, no need. People would put it in the comment section. Well, it's on the same side as Barclay. Okay. And so I get a phone call. My mom says, I found her. And I'm like, I know what she's talking about. And my mom just started crying, right? And so come to find out, she found my sister, Charmaine. Now, keep in mind, my sister Charmaine is 47 years old. And my mom hasn't seen her since maybe birth. I don't know, I can't remember what age she gave her up. And I'm in Brooklyn, and I was having a family dinner. I was paying for all my family because every time I go to New York, more often than not, I haven't been able to do this lately because y'all been taking up a lot of my time. Y'all want to hang out and shit. So, but I was because I grew up in Harlem. So every time I went, I would go to Sylvia's. And we had a big old dinner at Sylvia's, right? And I met my sister lived in New Jersey. She drove all the way down from New Jersey, and I met her at Sylvia's for the first time. And coincidentally, the reason why I met her because I was covering Porter Thurman. I was covering Porter Thurman that weekend, and mind you, I had just left Atlanta. My half brother, my step brother, had just committed suicide, shot himself in the head. Or was arguing with his girlfriend, went to the bathroom, shot himself in the head, point blank range. Closed casket funeral. Yep. And then I fly to New York that Thursday, go to the weigh-in, and then I get a call right after the weigh-in saying, Fred, I found your mom. My mom called me. I found your sister. Yeah, that's incredible, man. And part 2 that the reason that this is why your story still resonates with me is because my mom, well, I'm not sure if you hear me talk about this in my videos, but my mom is a former drug addict. And my mom said that she didn't do drugs while she was pregnant, but as soon as she would give birth, she
right
she
back to
would
it.
she would so my mom kept two kids and had to give her oldest two up for adoption. She was really really young, so she was 15 and 15 and 16 when she had those two kids, and my grandmother, she's still alive. They made her give the kids up for adoption. So
Wow.
there you have it, man. Yeah, and it's just incredible. You go from shooting, stabbing, getting kicked out of the military, kicking out of the military, to actually doing something extremely disciplined, like graduating from college. Like, what's the mindset that goes into something like that?
The college, going to college, I was actually, I was in a place in life where I just felt like I needed to do more. I needed to, set myself apart and accomplish something for myself. Like, you find sometimes in life you find yourself thinking like, you got to do something for you for once in a while. Like once, and I was dealing with this young lady at the time, and which I saw a future with, and I was like, she's in school right now currently, and if I'm gonna build with her, I need to kind of at least be on the same page, the same level with her. Regardless of where I got a job and I'm working in the field of mental health and substance use and all that for over 10, 12 years. I'm looking at her like she's aspiring to do even greater things that I'm thinking I already accomplished.
Sure.
So, I talked with her, I talked with my family, and I was like, what, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So, like I said, originally, I went back to school to get my case. I went back to school, and I was going to apply for my CASAC. I was going to enroll for my CASAC, which is Certified Alcohol Substance Abuse Counselor. So worldwide accreditation. I can take the license to any state, through counseling, things of that nature. I was really scared about going back into the classroom because I'd been out of it for so long.
How old were you when you started? Went back, excuse me.
I would say, let's see, they're going to talk about age right now. Well, okay, I'm 41 now. So I went back when I was...
You sound like a woman. I ain't going to tell my age, man. People going to kill you in the comment section.
Yeah, I know.
How the nigga sound? How the nigga going to say, I'm afraid to say my age, nigga? What the fuck wrong with you? Anyways, go ahead, man.
I went back when I was let's see, because I graduated in 2016. So I guess I went back when I was about maybe 35. Yeah.
Wow.
My goal was to. I had it all knocked out. I said, okay, if I'm gonna go back in the classroom, I'm gonna get this degree, and then I'm gonna get my bachelor's, I'm gonna get my associates, my bachelor's, and I wanted to get my doctorate before I turned 40, 44, 45.
Damn.
And so I went back and I talked to the admissions counselor, which is another amazing story. I'm gonna tell you about that also. So I was talking to him, and he's like, listen, he was like, if you want to go for your CASAC, you have to pay for it out your pocket. You got to pay for the classes out your pocket. I didn't have the money at the time, so he was like, you should just go in the classroom. He's like, trust me, a degree is better than get the CASAC. I said, okay, I told him my story. He was like, just go ahead, contact Board of Education, get your transcript, come back down, take the test, we'll work it out, get you a loan and everything, get you in there, get you a scholarship and all that. I said, okay, cool. So I go, do what I do, come down with all my documents. I sign up, I take the test, I pass the test. Lo and behold, I pass the test. Now I'm official, member in the school. After I got my associates, because I went straight through, and it's an accelerated program. I went full time, Metropolitan College in New York. Got my associates, got my bachelor's. The same admissions counselor, he ended up leaving the position, and I had no clue that he was attending my father's church.
Your father's church?
He was attending my father's church all the time. I never even knew.
For how many years was that?
He was attending my father's church for years.
Wow.
And then I happened to come to the church one day to see my sister sing in the choir, and I met him.
Your adopted sister?
Yeah, my adopted sister. And I met him at the church. And I'm like, my sister was like, oh, Tony, this is Xavier. And I'm looking at him like, hey man, hey man. He's like, hey man. We both say, hey man, at the same time. And she's like, yo, y'all know each other? I'm like, yeah. I said, this guy to convince me to go to the classroom. He's like, this your brother? And she's like, yeah. He's like, wow, small world, and everything. And I'm seeing actually how I was doing and something I was doing. He was very proud of me and everything, you know. And it's just, it's like you never know who you meet in life,
Uh-huh.
And so once I got my, like I said, once I got my associates, I got my bachelor's, I had to take no time
Wait,
off.
you just walked over. Wait a minute. So you met your dad that day?
No,
Oh,
not my dad. I said he went to my father's church.
okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
the admissions counselor for the school
Okay.
that helped me get into the class, helped me go, who basically encouraged me to go into the classroom,
Uh-huh.
was actually a member of my father's church. And after I got my bachelor's degree, I happened to bump into him at the church when my sister was singing in the choir.
Your father,
So,
your biological father.
no, my adopted father.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he was a deacon at the church. So I went to the church to see her sing in the choir, and I happened to meet this guy again.
Okay.
I didn't see him after I registered for school. It was like he was gone.
Uh-huh.
So I thought maybe they just moved different admission counselors around from school to
Gotcha.
school. Apparently, he left the position.
Gotcha. So that means to tell me you started college at 30. That means you was shooting and killing niggas for 35 years.
Not even.
Damn. Hey. Fuck.
I don't even like that, but
Man.
I was,
you still live in Marcy Projects or what? You didn't move out? What the fuck?
I will say throughout my teenage years, I was involved in a lot of things.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, I was doing a lot of things.
Uh-huh.
People were doing things to me.
Uh-huh.
I was out there just not caring about the world. I had to care about myself.
Uh-huh.
I mean, at times I did, but a lot of times I was just doing things to be doing them. I stole plenty. I stole cars. I broke into homes.
Uh-huh.
I sold drugs in different neighborhoods.
Uh-huh.
And I would go and I would sell drugs and I'm not saying I was like the biggest drug dealer in the world or I know no ounces, this, that, third. Like I would just get a couple of bags and I'll get a couple of vials, crack cocaine or some weed, and I knew the person that was already selling, so I would sell some of the work for them, and I would get like $30, money to eat for the day. Like I was just out there doing whatever I needed to do to eat. It became like okay, what am I going to do today? Where am I going to go today? All right, I'm going to holler at such and such.
Got you.
And not really understanding, like, he's selling for the next man, and the next man selling for the next man. I'm like, yo, where you at? Oh, come through. I come through. Let me get a couple bags and we'll sell it with a block. All right, cool. Here you go, X. And, my boy go right back to sleep or something.
Okay.
And I go sell real quick and get some money to eat. And then that'd be that. Like, I was just going from hood to hood.
Yeah. So it was like literally like Mob Deep survival of the fittest. You know what I mean? Only strong survive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the thing is, I put myself through that. It was like my parents treated me and loved me unconditionally, and it was like I put myself in situations that I had no business being in.
Did you have you ever met your biological parents at all? No. Is that something that you want to happen?
I would like it. I really would. Apparently, my sister, she found some information on me from like court papers and everything. Apparently, I got 3 brothers out there.
Wow.
Apparently, like I have 3 brothers, and I'm like, well, how did you find this out? She was like, oh, there was some papers in the house that I read about you. I was like, all right, cool, but there was no names attached to none of that.
Oh, okay.
And the hospital I was born in Jamaica, Queens, is actually, gone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gone. So I would definitely love if possible, to meet her, and if I do have siblings out there, to meet them also, and not just for that, but also learn about my history. Like,
sure.
I don't know if I have a blood disorder, like.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
anything hereditary or like, you know, if I'm Haitian or Dominican or Black Puerto Rican or Panamanian, because you just don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're not a real nigga then. No, I'm fucking with you. But hey,
because my daughter she's always like, "Oh, Daddy, I think you Haitian. I think you like Dominican."
You might be part Dominican though, like for real, for real.
Because my hair curls up a certain way, so you know, yeah, you never know. You never know.
Nigga, you too brown to be pretty Tony, nigga. Stop front, nigga.
I was watching it back the other day too.
Oh, real? Oh man, when I get a what that nigga say? When I get a bitch, I got a bitch. You know what I mean? We using all these cultural references in this damn interview. I hope they get it, man. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you this. You know, that was one of the more emotional days I've ever had, man. Going from like, because you got to take into account that Wednesday I had just, was it Thursday? That Thursday morning I had just buried my damn brother. He just shot himself in the head, and I wasn't close to him. But when your half brother shoots himself in the head, it gets an emotional reaction out of you, you know. And I hop on a plane Thursday. I land Thursday. I go to the weigh-in Friday, and my mom called me. So my mom had gone through so many adoption sites and finding kids, and she's done this my entire life, you know, because we used to get letters in the mail from it was a place called Alma, A-L. I remember this as a kid. We used to get these big envelopes in Alma giving her updates and where they at and what we got to do to get them, like monthly and weekly, and she never found them, you know. But when she least expect, and I believe Facebook made this happen. You understand what I'm saying? Facebook made this happen. So I'll tell you this, man. It's so important to keep on looking, because in the spiritual realm, we're like, yeah, life goes on. You know, there's going to be another fight next week. You know what I mean? So there's always a distraction and there's always something to do. But you're spiritual, man. When I met my sister, I was like, oh, wow. I was like, no way. Like, it was just a surreal moment. In addition, between meeting her, but because I know the pain, like the spiritual pain and agony that my mom went through. You know, because me and my sister, because on one hand, I'm literally living with my mother going through this experience, right? And on the other hand, my sister's like, I is my mom looking for me? You know, I was, so there's like, you know, there's a whole lot of questions, and there's a whole bunch of spiritual completeness that needs to happen, you know. And man, I'm rooting for you to meet your biological family, man, because, you know, because now my family is complete. I'm in accordance with my mom, so now I can, you know, understand more, and you know, the dialogue is way more open, and it's just it's just been a blessing. And I'm glad you brought this up, man, because I absolutely forgot. I actually forgot to tell this story, like to the subscribers, just to encourage them. You know what I mean? No matter what you're going through, man, like you can go from killing niggas in Brooklyn to selling drugs to being a boxing reporter to being a bestseller. Like it's fucking amazing. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And you know, just how we met on the Wham, you know, is incredible. You know, some black ass nigga tells you, hey, I want you to meet my boy X. I'm like, first of all, I don't meet niggas that got street names, nigga. I'm covering the fucking Ward Copeland. Fuck you talking about? I was like, I don't smoke, I don't drink. I'm not gonna meet no nigga named X. Nigga, what the fuck wrong with you? Yeah, hey, that nigga Chauncey Black, man. You know what I mean? From Blackstreet, you know what I mean? That Kanye West line, man. We killing them with these hip hop references, man. You know what I mean?
And I had hit him up. I was like, I I said, listen, I said, I'm going to Covalent Wood because I know him and Ak went to the first one. So I was like, yo, Barack, y'all coming out? He was like, nah, I'm not going to be able to make it this time. I was like, all right, cool. So I was like, well, you've been there. I was like, how is it out there? What's the vibe out there? He's like, yo, it's chill, everything's good out there, don't worry about it. He's like, matter of fact, I want you to meet my man Fred. I was like, all right, cool. He's like, yo, I'm gonna hook it up, set it up. When you get out there, give him a call, I'm gonna link y'all together. I was like, all right, cool. And he was like, so I was like, so I didn't even know what to wear because usually, I'm New York, I'm just wearing some Timbs. I don't care. Like, He's like, nah. I was like, all right, I'm gonna cop this linen suit. He says, all right, I bought the linen suit and everything. And then he put me in contact with you, but it was just so funny, the conversation that he was explaining to me before I get out there to link up with you. It was just hilarious, So I definitely understand calling him Chauncey Black and all that.
Now I call him Luke Cage, you know what I mean? I call him nigga Luke Cage, you know what I mean? I love him. And just to double down on this, I'll tell you this, I get emotion when I think about it. Last June, hip hop again, when Jay-Z said, a man who can't take care of his family can't be rich. That shit resonated with me so hard. And then Barack brought his beautiful family out here. She had graduated from high school, and the nigga looked me in the eye and was like, I don't want to make this public. I don't know if I told you like the real conversation we had, but I'll tell you offline and shit. And the nigga was like, man, get your shit together. And I'm in a world where life is easy, right? You know what I mean? Like, you make a couple of dollars, you save a couple of dollars, and life is good. And I was like, I can take this to a whole nother level if I hold myself accountable. Like he literally gave me like a 1-2 and a left hook, like spiritually. And I was like, nigga, like that conversation, it was me, him, and Kenny Porter. We were all, how ironic, how alpha male is this? We're getting our nails done. You know what I mean? And shit. So it was just a beautiful thing. And then to take it a step further, how our relationship has blossomed. You know what I mean? And I say, like, I can hang out with anybody in the world and have conversations, but it's just something special, like when people that's the same hue as you can congregate and be men and engage and function on high level frequencies, man. It's just a beautiful thing, man. And I'm humbled and honored to call you a brother, but now I gotta call you bestseller and shit, which would be cool because I can't wait to do that shit in the media room, nigga. I just read your fucking bestseller, yo. Like I'm about to big your ass up, nigga. Porter Garcia. I'm gonna walk into the media room and like, nigga, you a best-selling author, nigga. Wow, yo, I can't believe that shit. Yo, that's fucking unbelievable, man. You know what I mean? It's just a beautiful thing, man.
I'm like, I haven't. We went bestseller, like I said, like you mentioned earlier. When I let you know about the book, I had to let you know it. Then, like the following day, we was like, boom, bestseller. I was like, damn, that was fast.
Yeah.
I was like, I haven't yet to post on Twitter. I'm usually heavy on social media, this, that, and third, and I haven't even posted on Twitter since Tuesday. That we met. I posted on Twitter on Tuesday, and I put the link up, and I pinned back on Twitter just to share this accomplishment with the world, because I think people don't really understand what this book is really all about. And I think once they really sit and read it and let it sink in, they'll see that it benefits everybody in the whole. And also, it's not just this book. Like we plan on doing a series and trying to we're gonna do book tours and we're gonna do radio appearances. We try to hopefully develop it into a screenplay to maybe a film or something.
It never stops.
It doesn't. It doesn't stop. I was on the train yesterday and I saw this young woman with her son, and she just was beautiful. Like she looked like a little Jada Pinkett. And when she was in the movie with Keanu Reeves, Keanu Ivy Williams.
Okay.
It's a shame. I think that's the name of the title. Low Down Dirty Shame. That's the name.
Low Down. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. And she had little blonde teeth and everything. And her son was about, I say, the 12 and everything. But they look like they have such a great relationship. Like he, mommy, trying to hug her. She told him to sit down. So I gave her a book. Free of charge. I was like, hey, boom, boom, boom. I talked to her. First, I was trying to holler at her.
That's what niggas want to get to. Like, did you get the number, nigga? Like, did you at least get her IG page and shit? You know what I mean? Like, you got all that. Okay.
But I just saw the relationship though, and I was like, I think this would be great, a great plug. The back of my mind, I was like, well, I'm trying to get a number 2, but my initial focus was to like really say, hey, such and such, I see you have a great relationship. I was wondering, would you allow your son to read this book? And I explained to her what the book's about. And I wrote my information, everything in the book. She gave me her information. She called me, she texted me last night, was like, thank you so much. No one's ever actually done that. No man has ever just came up to me and said, hey, here's a book for you and your child to read. It's about 25 other men and da-da-da-da. She was like, really, really like taken aback by it. Like, wow, who's this dude coming out and giving me a book? And, everybody on the train looking at me. Like, keep looking. This the wave.
That's real. And nigga was like, I pray she don't get off at the next stop. I pray I hope this shit is the express train, not the local, nigga. I got like 2.5 minutes, yo. You know what I mean?
we rode for a good 10 minutes and talked and everything.
Okay.
So it was cool.
Hey, it's funny how niggas would do anything when they see a pretty ass. Hey, I just want to tell you, I just want to give you this book. You know what I mean? Nigga, no, he wanted that ass. But anyways, man. Hey. Hey, no, but that's real though. Like when you can encourage and inspire like little kids to look like us, it's just a special thing, man. Because I know the work that you do, like outside of boxing. It's because I was a school teacher for 7 years, and the work that you do outside of boxing, you're not gonna get a press conference for it. They're not gonna have a fucking pound for pound list for the things that you do. But like in your field, man, y'all niggas are the real MVP. Like man, like it's just because you got your caseload at work, but you carrying that shit for the rest of your life until you retire. You know what I mean? Like subconsciously in the peripheral stress, thinking about your caseload, and it's just.
I deal with it all the time. Like I've been working in the field of mental health for over 20 years, and I don't want to say I've seen it all, but I've seen a lot. From people overdosing to people dying to people getting killed, stabbed, assaulted. People just losing their minds and not being able to come back from where they was at before. I had to sign people into long-term hospitalizations because they couldn't function in the community. Like it's just really, really. It's just tough. It's been tough throughout the years, and by the good grace of God, I'm still striving and making it work and trying to make the best decisions possible, so that affects positive change in people's lives. My caseload is nonstop. My clients call me all day, every day, even on the weekends. So it is what it is, and then being a single parent and raising a young girl who's going through changes herself in her teenage years.
Yeah, yeah. She's 14, yeah? 15 now. Okay, yeah. Okay.
That's a whole other topic of discussion.
I'm behind you by a few years, but I'm following in your footsteps.
Yeah. I applaud you also. Your Emmy-nominated documentary. That's a good look right there, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a great look. But what you've accomplished is just simply amazing, because you know why your shit is so special, and I don't want you to deflect your greatness on me either. I mean, no, we gonna stay on your greatness. Fuck me right now. Hey, because my channel is growing, right, and like niggas got stories, man. Niggas are going through some shit. And I swear to God, I met over 100 people in Dallas, Texas. They're like, man, you're inspiring. You're hitting home. I don't know how many views this video is gonna get, but I can fucking tell you this: some nigga is gonna pull over his car, pull over his truck, gonna be on the 95 and just shed a tear because he's gone through some shit and never expressed it. And he's like, man, now I know two people from an adoption phase, and you writing a best-selling book, co-authoring a bestseller book. I can do this shit. You know what I mean? There's a nigga making $9 an hour. They got $1 billion story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like, man, thank you, Xavier. Like, it's just, man, Suited for Success is just gonna be my my life. I'm trying to think of the word, like my life force.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the work that you do in real life is just, man. Whew. You know, I was a school teacher for 7 years, so I know like the shit that y'all got to go through when y'all visit these homes and talk to these kids, and you know, oh man, like like it's just.
Sometimes I be wanting to take kids with me, like come, like not on some Michael Jackson shit, but you know, like just want to like save and rescue everybody because you just see a lot of the. I also worked at ACS previously before I got in the field of mental health. That's how like I originally, you know, I worked in nursing homes and I like that's where the humbleness came in. Working in nursing homes and geriatric wards and having to like really care for the elderly. And then going to the field of going in like ACS and working like really in childcare and seeing like young adolescent teens go through what they was going through. I'm talking about women because I worked in Left Rack City, the home of Noriega, CNN, and I worked at a two connected apartment, 2 or 3 bedroom connected apartment with young girls and girls in the projects already got this label on them and the mentality that they can't be anything but girls from the projects. So they were always, and these girls were all from different areas in New York City. But growing up in Left Rack City is tough. And then, you know, that position and going into the field of mental health, you know, you still see so much going on. It's like, you can't save everybody, but you can, you know, do your part and try to help as best as possible.
Wow.
And the mantra was Suited for Success. You know, people automatically think, oh, you got to have a suit on. It's not really about having a suit on. It's about your preparation and being ready to achieve what you set out to achieve in your own way. You know, and then once you do get there, how do you keep it going forward? Whether you do decide to put on a suit, whether you decide to put on a sweatsuit, or whether you decide to wear jeans, shorts, and sneakers, there's a lot of people who are successful and they wear whatever they want to wear on a daily basis that makes them feel comfortable, and they still achieve what their goal every day.
Yeah, and you wear all that. You know what I mean? Like the many hats that you wear. You know what I mean? And so they would be mad at me if I didn't ask you, how did you start Brooklyn Fights, and how long has it?
Well, Brooklyn Fights actually started in 2000, I would say about 13, 14. Myself and my partner, Nat Wilkins, we basically kind of like, well, actually, Nat is the founder of the website. Nat is the founder of the website. And we partnered up and decided to say, listen, we're going to run with this. We're going to take it to the top. We're going to run with it. We're going to do what we got to do with it. And Nat is such a great guy. He's been very influential in my life, and you know, it's really something that I recognize that he was passionate about, and he recognized my passion. So a lot, we just came together as one. You know, any decisions that take place on the website, we both talk. We make sure that we talk to each other about either one of us makes a decision against the other. Like, well, I mean, we disagree all the time, you know. But it's like, hey man, what are your thoughts on this? Hey, what are your thoughts on that? You know, we're looking to network with other individuals such as yourself, you know, which is why I reached out to you. And it's just been good, man. It's just been good so far. I've been covering the sport. Now we're delving into the world of MMA. He's going to take more of a lead role into that because he likes to get wrestled and beat up people. He's he's going to focus on the MMA piece. I'm going to focus on the boxing, and we're just going to continue to expand and grow the website. We're coming to Cali in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, July 18th, 17th. When you coming? 21st. When you get there?
We're going to be there I'm going to be there between the 13th to the 18th.
13th to the 18th. Okay.
Yeah, Nat is actually moving to Cali. I'm just going to come out there with him. We have a documentary set up. We're meeting with two Mexican American fighters. They're based in the LA area. We're going to do a nice little documentary with them. Hopefully push it to Netflix and whatever we got to push it to. And we will link it up with World Magazine, based out of Mexico. We just want to really do some great things. So once Nat is based in, set in California, I'll be in New York City, and then we'll just be back coastal.
That's beautiful.
And then the documentary series, we're gonna bounce around. We're gonna bounce around city to city. So we're gonna hit LA. I'll be back in Cali probably before the end of the year. Maybe hit San Diego. Maybe hit some area. I don't mean some area, but maybe hit the Bay. Just because a lot of the stories that we're doing, they're gonna be very empowering.
Oh, I'm losing you. Shit. Okay, you got to say that over. You got a lot of the stories of what? Yeah, a lot of stories of what?
They're going to be motivational and empowering. We're going to be visiting the communities where people come from that came from basically nothing, came from the bottom, and they're just giving it all to boxing.
I got a great story in my gym. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I told you this. I got 3 brothers, man, who moved from Kansas City. Great story, man. And I've been supporting.
They're in your gym, right? Huh? They're in your gym. The gym you box.
Yeah, they're in the gym I train at, and it's just a great story, man. And I've been supporting. See, here's the cool thing. I've been supporting them, but they don't know that. Because I don't really want people to know that I help them, so I give it to my trainer. Like I give my trainer money, and I say, hey, help these guys out. You know what I mean? And their story is just incredible, man. How man, they drove down here in a camper. Man, a camper, and now they're basically about to sign with Golden Boy. Like, yeah,
your
like
favorite guy.
Yeah. He's my best friend. You know what I mean? Right next to Pretty Tony. You know what I mean? Right next. He's just that's my nigga. Oscar's my nigga, man. But above all that, man, it's just their story is just incredible, man. And you talk about being a father and being a man. No matter what you go through, you still got to be a father and take care of your kids, man. And
absolutely.
And I don't know exactly what they're going through, but I've been training with these guys since February. Like, I would say there's like predominantly a Latino gym. I would say 50% of the fighters are signed or will fight on Golden Boy cards, and you got some that fight on PBC and whatever. So it's predominantly Latino and Golden Boy gym, but there's other fighters that go in there too. And I go in the gym one day, and I'm like, "Who's this kid?" And he says, "That's my son." And I was like, "Wow!" It was just so powerful that a man that has nothing saw everything and taking care of his kids, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, taking care of his son. And I thought that was just like, I went to my car and I was like, you know how you emotionally cry and you just got to sit for a second and just take everything in and get things off of you? You know what I mean? At the same, I was like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I
take it in.
Yeah.
Just take it in. Like, this was like one of those moments in life. Like, you just gotta say, wow.
It was just incredible, man. And now I root for these kids like they my kid, because I'm basically everyone's father in the gym. Like, I'm everybody's motivational and spiritual father in the gym. Like that's whether you're older than me, whether you're younger than me. Like, I go in the gym like in a state of gratitude. And they was like, "You ain't got nothing motivating to say, Fred, today. What you got to say?" Because as much as I run my mouth on YouTube, I run it twice as much in real life. You know what I mean? So but it's just, man, like it was just beautiful, man. And I want to introduce. I said all that to say I want to introduce you to these 3 boys, man, because
Okay.
one of them will be 15-0 fighting in a step up fight one day, man. Like you know what I mean? Because one of them is really good, has the potential to be really really good, just off of natural ability, and the youngest brother is going to be good too, and the older brother is 15-2.
Okay.
And so it's just a beautiful story, man. And
well, you plan on being out there when I get out there, right?
Actually, you know what? I'm actually relocating July 12th. I'm relocating to New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'll be here, man. I ain't going nowhere. Man, you should. Man, I wish you would have scheduled that shit around July 28th, man. You could have came to the fucking Easter fight, you know.
Yeah, I know. Me and Nat was thinking about that too.
I should have told you, man, because I knew that date since fucking April, man. I wish I would have, you know, I would have told you that shit, man. But man, you got an incredible piece of work. I'm gonna read it. I haven't read it yet. I'm gonna read it though. I have it. I'm gonna read it, and I'm literally excited for you, man. You're, oof. Man, I'm gonna have to sit down on this fucking couch and breathe for a second, man, because I haven't revisit those I think about it, but I don't revisit those emotions every day of it, of like going through like my sister and my mom, and now you and I can talk more than boxing, as we always do anyway. But it's just, man, it's, whew. Man, and before you actually said, so how far along are you in terms of your PhD? Do you have your master's yet?
Yeah, my master's.
Okay. The people like, do you have your master's? Yeah. So
I got my master's.
Okay, so you prefer a house Negro or a field Negro?
I don't either one.
So you my master now, huh? You my master.
Exactly. I prefer to own the land.
Yeah, you prefer to own the land. Hey, I say that to all my niggas that got masters. I say, oh, so you my master now, huh? Yeah, man.
I ain't no Patsy and I ain't no Solomon.
Okay, I feel you. I feel you, man.
They ain't gonna put no wine in me to get me locked up.
Man.
I'm gonna stay home and play my violin.
That's real. Nigga, you went from Drug Baby, and me and you are pretty similar, because I can't believe my mom said she didn't do drugs, but there's still residue from it. You understand what I'm saying? So Drug Baby, and I would say to some degree, I am a drug baby. Not knowing your biological parents, being adopted. Damn.
I was set up for failure.
Wow.
For real. I always say that to myself, like, the time that
that book would have been called Sagging for Failure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I hear you. The time I've been alive, like, it's like, you know, a lot of things I've experienced, like, sometimes I say to myself, why am I here? But then I realize I'm here for a reason. God has me here to be a messenger. That's my only purpose, to be a messenger and share and try to inspire and affect change in a positive way. And there's been so many times that I could have lost my life for being at the wrong place at the wrong time and being involved in the wrong situations. But, you know, some way, somehow, by the good grace of the Lord, he made sure I made it through.
And they never locked you have been locked up for it and all that?
I've been arrested a few times. Never been no real jail time.
Okay. Oh, you ain't a real nigga yet. Nigga, you ain't been a Rikers Island, nigga. You ain't a real one, nigga. Nigga, you telling fairy tales, nigga.
I ain't never did the island. I've been arrested a few times. Been in Booker, spent the night in Booker. The longest I spent in Booker was probably about 2 nights. You know, and I think I was supposed to go to the island, but God was like, "Nah, we gonna stall the paperwork."
You on your Rick Ross shit? You ain't real, nigga. You ain't a real one. You know,
Rick Ross.
Oh man, but man, your story I pray. Man, I'm gonna have to retitle this shit, cut it and edit it, because the story. I'm gonna repost this video in 6 months. Niggas not even gonna know. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna retitle this shit. Like for real. Like because it's important. It's like niggas know. Like you reminded me to tell I forgot to tell this story about my daughter and how boxing played a huge part in me meeting my daughter. Like I was covering before I was cool with Kenny Porter. I was covering Danny Garcia, not Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman. Like yeah, you know, it was like wow, you know, and because I was covering the fight that weekend, I actually met my sister in person. I said daughter, excuse me, my sister in person. You know, it's just, you know, it's man, some nigga right now in about this time tomorrow is on a 95 crying, shedding a tear, listening to us, man. It's man. Whew.
Hopefully he can go buy the book too.
Yeah, yeah. We gonna get him to buy the book, man. They gonna buy the book. Shit. You know what I mean? Then we gonna be in front of Barclay slanging the motherfuckers for real. In real life. I'm gonna help you. Like for real.
Yeah, I'm excited for this Porter and Danny Garcia fight.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for that. Like that's a fight that's been a long time coming. And I remember when they was coming up and they both see each other, and Sean Porter been asking for this fight for a while.
Yeah. And
now it's finally here. So I'm so excited for this fight.
Yeah. That fight is gonna be, man. It's gonna be so thick in there too.
Yes,
because
it is.
And you know why I think it's going to be so thick in there? Because each other's strengths is to a certain degree each other's vulnerabilities. You know what I mean? Like Danny Garcia, they say can't handle pressure. He's been lucky, you know, lucky left hook. But I say if you do it more than once, it ain't luck. You know what I mean? Like the motherfucker been timing niggas for. Say it again.
He's just Danny Garcia is just a natural winner. He just wins. Like,
yeah.
You know, people say Danny this, Danny that. Like, you gotta understand, Danny is just a winner.
Sure.
And he just knows how to find a way to win a fight. And then when you look at Sean Porter, you get the tough, the gritty, the in your face. Like, I'm just relentless and I'm not stopping, and I'm walking through anything you're gonna hit me with. It's just a style. It's a beautifully made stylistically matchup, and I don't think people really can like, you know, these are the kind of fights that you just love to see and want to see.
Yeah.
You know, because they're gonna go at it. They're not gonna sit back and just chill. No. They're not gonna pity pat.
Sean Porter ain't gonna allow you to do that anyway. He won't allow it. He won't allow you to do that.
Exactly. He wants you to fight. And he gonna make Danny get in the bag, and Danny he gonna be in a scrap. It's a good Philly Cleveland fight.
Yeah, and Danny's one hell of a counterpuncher. Danny has great timing, and Danny has slow feet, however, has impeccable timing. You know what I mean? And so people base Sean Porter off of Kell Brook, like how Kell Brook was timing him. You know what I mean? Like on the way in, but it's gonna be an incredible fight. You know, I'm fucking with the home team on that fight. But at the end of the day, I told Ken, I said, this is a fucking 50-50 fight, man. Like I mean, I want us to win, but it's a 50-50 fight. Like for real. You know, it's just, man, train, like I can't wait for them to officially announce this fight. You know what I mean? Hopefully it's I don't know when the date is. You know,
I've been told it's possibly for August 25th.
Yeah, I heard that too, but they haven't announced it yet. You know, so I'm like, what the fuck is the whole? But it's all contingent upon the budget though. So I know why they haven't announced it yet, because you know, if they get that big fish, quote unquote, you know what I mean, Wilder Joshua,
yeah.
The budget got. I mean, you got to know how much money you can allocate and because you got to pay these guys close to $2 million, $3 million, $4 million. I don't know how much you pay, but that's a guaranteed sellout. Guarantee you getting 14,000 people at Barclay for Danny Garcia, Sean Porter. It's a sellout. And then you throw two local prospects combined with a Big Baby Miller profile. Not Big Baby Miller himself. I'm talking like a Kornacki. Like you bring in a Kornacki. you bring in his I think he's from, is he from Brooklyn or Long Island? Where's he
He's
from?
from Brooklyn, but he trains a lot on Long Island.
Okay. Oh, I do know his story. Okay, so
he brings up a huge Polish crowd.
I know a Polish crowd because I saw the flags when he beat Spilk. Who did he beat his last? Oh no, he beat Freddie Roach's fighter. He beat he beat Freddie Roach's fighter, and on the undercard of Earl Spence, I believe. So yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. I'll see you in July though. So prior to that, I'll see you in July 13th. You know, just based off this conversation, I decided not to move to New Zealand. So I'll be here in LA, man. So, you know, yeah. So we gonna have a good time, man. It's gonna be fun, man. And this best-selling book, man, they ain't gonna do nothing but suited for success, man. Suited for success. You know, I wish you could use that suit and tie. You know what I mean? The Jay-Z and Justin Timberlake suit and tie.
Yeah,
that's dope.
We did a little brief commercial, I think, with that song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, like like a little video, Instagram clip real quick. Because we're delving more into the media side as well with that suit shoot. And, we're gonna start doing well, we've been doing live workshops and things of that nature.
Okay.
But we're gonna kind of stretch it out a little bit more as well.
Oh man, beautiful, man. Yeah. Anything else you want to touch on? We've been on the phone 55 minutes.
No, I think we said. I think we touched on everything. I know we're gonna have a follow-up conversation, a follow-up phone call. And, we're gonna keep working together. I got some more videos to send your way.
Oh yeah, people don't. Oh yeah, people don't know. This is the man and the voice behind the guy that be sending me footage, man. Of like how the hell did Fred get to New York that fast? Nah, that ain't me, nigga. That's X. I swear to God, he was just doing a video in his Honda. I swear to God. Nah, nigga, that ain't me. I wasn't at the Daniel Jacobs fight. Nah, that was X, man. I appreciate you, man.
Oh, snap, man. No doubt. Yeah, I met him with Big Baby the other day, and he had a lot of good things to say. You know, we pulling for him, man. We pulling for him.
Oh, you pulling for Baby?
Yeah, I'm pulling for him.
That's a whole lot of pulling. That's a whole lot of pulling.
I just hope he gets that opportunity he wants, you know.
What, Wilder?
Well, for whoever. Wilder, Joshua, whoever.
Well, tell him to fight Kronoski. That's a big regional fight. That's a big regional fight. And
that's his boy. Like they came up together.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, they sure did.
Close. They're real close. So, and they tried to offer him that fight previously, like years ago. And he was like, "Wow, that's his boy." So it'd be tough to fight your friend, you know. So, and he's already said like, no matter money, I'm not taking the fight. You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say I root for Big Baby Miller. I just need big. In my own words, you gotta grow up a little bit for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just. I don't know why I'm so tough. I know why I'm tough on him because the comments he said about Wilder's baby mother and wife. You know what I mean? I just thought that was just disgusting. But we gonna change subjects on that shit because that's. Then we about to hit it. Nigga, I ain't set no landmines for you, but I can't wait to interview Big Baby Miller, man. I literally can't wait to.
He's a really good guy. He's a really cool dude, man.
But the funny thing is, the funny thing is, I follow him on Instagram, and he's so aware.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, of what's going on in our culture and our community. He's very aware. So that's why it kind of bewilders me sometimes. Like, really? You know what I mean? So, but anyway, he's in an alpha male sport. That I mean, he's So I mean, so sometimes your testosterone emotions get the best of you. So yeah. So I'm not literally throwing him under the bus. He's not Oscar De La Hoya to me, not by any means. You know what I mean? Like there's no recovery process for Oscar. Like, you know what I mean? I'm staying on that nigga helmet. That nigga done called me a mayate 48 times underneath his breath. You know what I mean? Oh man. But yeah, man. So we gonna tell all 22,000 of us, man, go to Brooklyn Fights, go to Suited for Success. And I don't care what interview you hear today, this week, next week. If this shit don't struck an emotional chord in you, you need to ask God to reincarnate your ass because you have no soul. You know what I mean? And shit, we gonna make this book a bestseller in fucking Zimbabwe and where else? Paris, France. You know what I mean? Like this. I'm very honored to say I know a best-selling author on a personal level. You know what I mean?
That's one thing we've been doing with BrooklynFights.com. We've also been networking with a lot of different individuals, not only throughout the United States, but outside the United States. We just sent some boxing gear over to Burkina Faso and West Africa.
Wow, really?
Yeah, we helped out. We was working with a fighter out here by the name of Yusuf Kinde. And he's from Burkina Faso. Me and him developed a pretty good relationship. And myself and Chop Chop Corley, we donated some boxing gear and Brooklyn Fights gear.
Chop Chop?
Yeah, Chop
Straight
Chop.
left Chop Chop? Oh, okay, beautiful. Yeah. Okay.
And he donated some boxing shoes and boxing gloves. And our BrooklynFights.com, myself and that, we donated some boxing gear and everything. So now, we're going to continue to do that, and we're trying to do that abroad in a lot of different countries and trying to help out us, spread the word and spread the sport of boxing as well as the brand.
Sure.
And I'm getting ready to, with your assistance, I'm getting ready to open the Shoot the Five webpage also.
Okay.
The YouTube page.
Okay.
I got the logo for it so far. It's actually open. I just haven't put any content on it, and I'm still learning how to, dive into the technical world of YouTube. But soon enough, the Shoot the Five page is going to be up too. So
that's beautiful. Congratulations on all your successes, man, and congratulations. I mean, and thank you for the willingness to tell your story. You know what I mean? It's I'm in a world where we post on Instagram 5 times a day. It's easy to be very frontal. It's easy to be very I wouldn't say fake, but just show the highlights of our life. You know what I mean? People don't really necessarily want to revisit and or talk about their dark days. So I thank you for telling your story, and it's amazing. It's beautiful. And so many black brothers, so many Puerto Rican brothers, so many just people who have gone through some things your story is gonna resonate with them. You know what I mean? So
that's the plan.
So congratulations, man. Suited for Success.
All right, now.
I appreciate you, King, man. And
all right.
What fight you cover next?
The 29th, I'll be in Philly. I'm covering Bam Boxing, Pelts Boxing, and Raging Babe. They have a fight card. Joe Hand Promotion.
Oh,
have a fight card.
Raging Babe. Okay, good. I haven't seen her in a minute.
Yeah, she bounces back. She's so busy. One of the most busiest women I know. So they have a fight card taking place in
maybe you should give her a free book, nigga.
If I have some books on me, I will. When I go out there, maybe I'll link up with Tevin Farmer, somebody out there, drop some books out there.
Okay.
And then on the 30th, we'll cover Start Boxing in Connecticut.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm just going to fly out to Cali, do this documentary. Hope it comes out well. It's going to be the first one, so I'm going to learn a lot. And link up with you while I'm there. And then when I get back, I'll see what takes place when I get back.
Yeah. And
I'm actually going to work on, when I get back, I'm actually working on the documentary series with a lot of NYC trainers also. I'm going to be going to different gyms and interviewing the trainers.
Okay.
Trying to put the trainers on, trying to get the trainers their due diligence to shine,
For sure. And also, you definitely got to come back and do an interview because we want to go find out what happened with you and the girl on the train. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We got to get the update. We got to get.
I'm actually y'all some pictures.
Nigga, you a real one, for real. For real. Nigga, I'm definitely gonna ask, hey, what happened with Shorty on the train? What happened? Nigga, give me the skinny. You know what I mean? But I appreciate your friendship, man. Thank you for everything. And
appreciate you too, man.
Yeah, all the time, King. And yeah, man. I'll holler. I'm about to go upstairs and I miss. See, this is how much I love you. Every morning I wait for my daughter to wake up, and this video went hour and 4 minutes now, and she's woke now because I hear her upstairs and shit. You know.
She's like, Daddy, where the pancakes?
Yeah, Daddy, where the pancakes? Nigga, it's Saturday morning. Nigga, get up. Wham. Oh, that means pancakes? I didn't know, nigga. I don't speak baby language. You know what I mean? So, but I appreciate you. Congratulations. It'll be up by fucking noon today. And yeah, for sure. And I'm definitely gonna repost this shit because, yeah, I think it's important. You know what I mean? It's especially for because like now that remember how they talking about like in the black community like they don't talk about like the well-being of our mental health, you know what I mean? Like we don't talk about it, and for you to be on both ends of it at very pivotal points in your life, I think it's essential that you get to shine. Nigga, you need to be on CNN, like for real, Fox Sports, and like, you know what I mean, telling your story. Like this is just fucking incredible, man. I think it's important that people hear this.
Like Drake said, God's plan.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna have Dante call you too, like Dante, Ellie too, like yeah. And when we cover Garcia, and when we cover Garcia and Porter, I'm gonna have Ellie. I'm gonna make sure Ellie gets a hold of your story too, man.
My guy Ellie said that. Actually, that's my guy.
Right there. That I don't give a fuck what nobody say about it. That nigga works. That little Jewish boy works, man. That say it again.
He's a grinder.
Oh, he's definitely a grinder.
Ellie would do a video in the mood.
Yeah. Nigga was like, oh, Mikey Garcia's chewing gum? Oh, yeah, video record that shit. Put that shit up. Hey, that nigga, hey, I swear to God, Ellie records everything. Everything. You going to the bathroom? Well, can I wait on the other side of the door? Can I come in? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that nigga Ellie records everything. Like for real. Ellie's a real, hey, I as I tell people, man, we a traveling circus, man, and that's my family. I tell people Thursday to Sunday, that's my family, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like all we do is do our job and talk, and then talk shit in the hotel lobby, hang out, go to dinner, and we do the same thing the next day. And some of us get on the plane, and some of us drive home. You know, and that's I tell people on my channel every day, like people be like, oh, that's my family. Like we hang out. Like I hang out with these people more than I hang out with my half brother. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? So yeah, it's just beautiful, man. And yeah.
And tell Dante that all black people don't look the same.
Who did he mistake you for?
I always mess with Dante about that. He thought I was blue blood one day. He had Clayton Gleason's for the Charlo and Lupin fight. And so and I had met Dante previously when I came out to Vegas and linked up with you, and y'all had the barbershop conversations when y'all did the video on the side.
Yeah.
And then so when I saw him again, he came up to me. He was like, "Hey, what's up, man? How you been, man?" He's talking to me. I'm like, oh, he actually remembered me from like damn near a year ago. Okay,
you told me this story. I remember. Go ahead.
He's talking to me, but he's talking to me thinking I'm blue blood, thinking I'm shy. And he's like, yeah, we talking. I'm like, yeah. And then he's telling me, because Shy be on a podcast with him, so he's talking about stuff that was on the podcast. I'm like, okay, let me just sit in and keep taking this information in. And then I was like, nah, you got the wrong brother. He said, ain't you blue blood? I said, nah, man, all black people don't look the same, man.
He's like, oh, man.
He said, oh, my God.
Good morning, Lincoln.
Blue blood. I said, man,
give me a hug.
blue blood right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that thing's cool, though.
Yeah. That nigga Dante got the white man disease. Hey. I love you. All right. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you too. I'll speak to you soon.
All right, I'll holler.
Peace.
All right.
Dad, can you put your bad music here?
All right. Yeah.